Alright, man, so I just got done watching. Not only did I watch the Say Cheese interview with Mama Duck, but I also just got done checking out Hassan Campbell's video. And I think he titled it like FBG Duck's mother versus Tupac and Biggie's mom. And he pointed out some of the differences between like the women, and basically to sum it all up, he was just talking about how much of a class act Tupac and Biggie's moms was compared to FBG Duck's mom. Now, I know that Hassan and Mama Duck done had their differences. Hassan has said some stuff about Mama Duck that people didn't like, which a lot of it was true. I'm not going to sit up and say that I agree with everything that he said, you know what I mean? Because he used some terms about her that I necessarily wouldn't have used about somebody's mom, but at the end of the day, regardless of how the delivery was, a lot of the stuff Hassan said about Mama Duck is true. Mama Duck, I would think that she was late 30s, maybe early 40s or something like that. And for her to actually carry herself in some of the ways that she's been carrying herself since the passing of her sons, the passing of the kids and stuff, is very immature to me. And just me being a man, like, and having kids and stuff like that, man, it seemed like some of these situations would change her life in a direction to where she wouldn't say or do some of the things that she's doing. So case in point, she did this interview with Say Cheese. Of course, I don't know if she wants to be a blogger now. I see her on stages with rappers and people that's affiliated with Duck. But she made a comment about Young Boy actually doing songs with Wooski. Now, Dirk has, addressed this in songs, and, that's their situation. That's him and YB's situation. Even the situation with him and Wooski, that's their situation. And, like, Hassan was great at pointing out that, we never seen Afeni Shakur take a side and say, hey, Nas this and that, or Biggie this and that. Even while Biggie was still here with us, we never heard her say nothing crazy about Biggie, regardless if Biggie and them had something to do with what happened to Pac out in LA or not. And I actually never heard her say anything about even the individuals that were supposed to be responsible for taking out Pac. And same thing with Biggie's mom. We never heard Biggie's mom speak on anybody that was allegedly named in the situation with Biggie. I've never heard her say nothing about Suge Knight or nothing. So it goes to show the mentality of Mama Duck. And I just want to say this, man. I feel like Mama Duck and moms like her, especially when we're talking about Chicago, is a part of this problem, man. A lot of these cats is being raised by moms like this. Dads in jail. Dads have been ran off because they can't actually live with the moms because they live in a subsidized housing and stuff like that. And, sons are being left to be raised by women with this same mentality as Mama Duck. So we got a grown woman who's siding with a 20-some-year-old rapper who not only is dissing King Von and dissing other people that were affiliated or associated with Dirk who are no longer here, where she's come out and talked about people still dissing Duck. I know in Dirk's latest song, he didn't mention none of those people's names as he did in the past. He came out and he said that he wasn't going to do that anymore. He was done doing that. He was letting that part of his career go. So for her to actually, instead of her advocating for because she powerful as far as like the kids who was around Duck, people like Ruger, people like FBG Cash, and all of these other artists who are affiliated in Yella too, King Yella, all of these GD artists who are affiliated with Mama Duck, Billy Black, all of these dudes that she could actually be around and talk about like some sort of peace. In one breath, she's on an interview with a bunch of women. I think Tuka's mom was there, and a lot of different people's mothers from both sides was there, and they're talking about, how can we change things? How can we come together? Let's heal. But how are you healing but at the same time you advocating what's going on between these two artists. Now, let's say for instance, Wooski and NBA Youngboy do a song, and then NBA Youngboy does a song with Duck on it or whatnot, and then hypothetically something happens to somebody due to those relationships that's built, due to those songs that's produced together. That blood is gonna be on Mama Duck's hands, man. You're a mom. They call you Mama Duck. I don't know. I really don't really know how to even look at her, or even how to say what I really want to say without coming off as being like disrespectful. So I'm really not here to like disrespect this woman. I'm not here to like condemn her. I'm just here to point out the obvious, man. The fruit don't fall too far from the tree. And at the end of the day, you know, if you raising these type of kids and they turning out like this, it's one thing for you to do everything you can do to help raise your kids and steer them in the right direction and for them to do the right things. But it's another thing for you to actually be on the same thing that they on, and then your son actually got took up out of here over lyrics on the song. Duck never necessarily, he didn't take nobody out. He actually got took up out of here because he was making songs about people from the other side who are no longer here. And then for you to continue to advocate that type of music, for you to continue to try to put Duck in those type of situations, because if Duck does a song, if you got a song and you put NBA Youngboy on it, and it's an open verse for him on a Duck song, who do you think he's going to be talking about? And then say, for instance, something happens to NBA Youngboy off of what he says on a Duck song. You see what I'm saying? That lies on your hands, man. So at the end of the day, man, Mama Duck and other mothers across the country, not just Chicago, but we're talking about Chicago right now, they are the problem with what we see that's going on in the community, man. And we got to wake up, man, and listen. We got to call her and any other mom out on the same thing that they saying. You know, I cover the news, I cover the blogs, I cover what's going on in hip-hop. A lot of the stuff that I cover is along those lines, but I'm not advocating for that to happen. You know, normally in my videos, I say, hey, this is a crazy situation. Hopefully cooler heads prevail. But if I'm actually directly connected to these people that's involved in this stuff, and I'm at the Mama Duck age, if I'm not there to try to correct it, if I'm not there to try to calm it down, then what am I doing there in the first place? She claims that she was at the funeral when Wooski got hit up. That should have been an eye-opener. You should have, you know what I mean? I know she got to be affiliated with the GDs. We know that. But at some point, as an elder, at some point, growth and development has to take over, and we got to develop into something different. We got to make a change. And at the end of the day, you know, they talk about, you know, free Larry Hoover and this and that. And the GD's growth and development was supposed to be about changing the community and doing this and that in the community. Then continue that then if that's what it really was about. But if that ain't what it was about, then stop saying it and stop portraying it. And if you aren't about bringing peace, if you ain't about bringing stability to the community, Mama Duck, then just say that. Then just say that. If you want to continue the same thing that's been going on, that got Duck up out of here, that got Brick up out of here, that got everybody else on both sides, Vaughn and all these different people, Odie Perry and all of that, then just say that and just say that's what you about. But don't sit down with the moms and make it like, you know, people need to stop saying Tuka's name. People need to stop doing this and that and that and this. And then in the next breath, you get behind the camera, which I remember when you was in Texas, you was trying to get people to pay you for an interview anyway. So it's really about a bag. Get your money though. I ain't hate on that. But at the end of the day though, when you got up on there on Say Cheese with such a big platform, advocate for the right things. Advocate for the right things. Advocate to bring peace between your people and FBG Duck's boys and Dirk now. Advocate for that boy down in Baton Rouge, which he in Utah right now, and Dirk and them to try to find some resolve and peace behind what happened to Vaughn. Advocate for that. Don't advocate for all the wrong things and then get upset when people like Hassan, Campbell, and other people call you out for your BS, man. Get in the comment section, though. Let me know what y'all think about this. I'm Mighty the Ruler. Make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe, and click that notification bell so you get notified each and every time I upload new content.